Well, happy Saturday morning, everybody. It's the Looney Woman here. I've got a full day of things to do today. So, I am actually going to go over to Danny's mom's house, who passed away in October. We're still cleaning out her house, and I've got to work all day over there boxing up a lot of stuff. So, what I thought I would need to do is bring a little energy food with me over there for the workers. So today I thought, why don't we make some no-bake chocolate oatmeal cookies? I know that's a very simple little recipe, and I know that all of you make that out there in quarantine land. So, but one of the things that a lot of you probably may have struggled with in the past is they don't get hard. And that's okay, because there's nothing like getting a spoon and just scooping it off of the wax paper and eating it. It gives you that same effect where you just want to scream from excitement. But I've kind of mastered getting them to harden, and I thought I'd share that with you today, and so you can just see how I'm doing it. Now, I am using my little hot plate here that I've had. So I have never done these on the hot plate, so we'll see. If I was doing this on my stove, I would let these cookies boil. Once they come to the rolling boil, I would let them boil on about my setting goes up to a 9. I would put it between a 7 and an 8. What I was doing wrong in the past is that I would do it on medium heat, let it come to a boil. But really, it's these cookies are more like a chocolate candy-like type thing, so they need to cook really on higher heat. And when you do that, they do tend to harden. So let's get started with this recipe. What you're going to need to use is 2 cups of sugar. You're going to need 1 stick of butter, not margarine. I don't use margarine. You're going to need 2 cups of oatmeal. Don't use cheap oatmeal. Go with the best. You're going to need like a tablespoon of vanilla, about a 1/2 cup of peanut butter. You're going to need a 1/2 cup of milk. And because I fix so much chocolate stuff, I got up this morning and got all these ingredients out, and I do not have any cocoa powder. So I'm going to substitute the unsweetened, Baker's unsweetened cocoa. I think it'll probably do just fine. I'm using 4 of the little bitty squares. So anyway, we're going to use that. But if I were doing the recipe and asked you to do the recipe, I would say that you need to use 2 tablespoons of cocoa, and I'm looking at my recipe over here to make sure that I tell that to you right. So let's go ahead and get started. What I do, I go ahead and get my eye ready. Go ahead and get it on your setting, and so when you put your pan on there, it gets hot quick instead of putting your pan on there and adding your ingredients afterwards. All right, hands are washed. I'm going to put my butter in. It's already just going nuts in there. Ooh, ooh. Everything's better with butter on it. This is a beautiful day. It always reminds me of when my kids were living at home, and I would, on Sunday morning, wake up and sing, "This is the day that the Lord has made." And upstairs you could hear just hush, doors slamming, and oh my goodness, go away. I don't know why they acted like that, but they did. Okay, I got my butter in here, and it is already, see, if you let your eye go ahead and get hot, it doesn't take long. You don't have to wait a long time. So I am going to go ahead now, and I'm going by the recipe so I can tell you right. I'm going to add my sugar. I'll give that a stir. I'm going to go ahead and add my milk. I'm going to add my cocoa. And I want to get every little drop of this out, like so. And then if this was sweetened, this is unsweetened, but if it was sweetened, I would probably just lick the bowl with my tongue because that's how I roll. No chocolate will be left behind in my world. Ooh, listen to that. We're gonna just stir. I think you can kind of see. I'm gonna tilt you down just a little bit so you can maybe see a little better. And then you're gonna stir, stir, stir. These cookies, you don't need to leave them and walk away and go water your flowers or, you know, go look at Facebook or go follow Susan Looney on Facebook or, you know, like her video and comment, since I'm trying to be a movie star before I die. So just stay with it. And now what I do is, I mean, you can see it's just mixed up, but it's not boiling. So when it starts to boil, what you're gonna do is you're gonna boil it for literally about 3 minutes. So have your little timer or set your stove timer, which is what I do, and boil it for 3 minutes. So with that, I know you don't want to stay with me for 3 minutes, so I'm going to pause you just a minute. Let this really start to boil at 3 minutes. And as you see, this is what I'm doing. I'm stirring the heck out of it. I don't want it to stick. I don't want it to burn. And I want to get all of that goodness in there to incorporate together. So let me just pause you for a minute, and I'll be back as soon as we get a real good boil going. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, back, and as you can see, we are boiling. And got the kitchen timer on. We're on countdown now in the last minute. So as soon as it tells me it's been about 3 minutes, we're going to add the other ingredients. Yep. Got my wax paper over here ready, so be sure, gotta have wax paper. Don't try to use aluminum foil or anything. I mean, it may work, but I've always put it on wax paper. I guess you could use parchment paper, and you can usually tell this will get really syrupy like that. Very good consistency. So my timer has went off. So let me just cut this off. Okay, 3 minutes is up. What I'm going to do now is I am going to turn my heat off. Okay, I am going to add my peanut butter. You can use crunchy or creamy peanut butter. Either one is fine. God, I wish you could smell my kitchen right now. Y'all would just be wearing masks and coming over here and then just removing those masks just to get a sniff of how this kitchen smells. Then put them back on. Been making a lot of masks. It's been kind of fun doing that. Good therapy. Okay, so I've stirred in this. I'm going to add me some vanilla. That same vanilla that I'd like to drink a glass of. But I don't know how that will affect me because I'm already pretty nutty. Allison sent me a text this morning and she said, "Mother, you're insane." I mean, and that was she gets up early and sits outside, I think, and meditates, and that was like at 6:30 this morning, and she said, "You're insane." Isn't that something nice to wake up that your kids tell your mother that you're insane? Let's add our oatmeal. Good stuff. Oh my goodness. Tegan could never say when he was little goodness, so he'd say goodness. So I've adopted that word. I like goodness. Oh my goodness. This stuff. And I think if you're counting calories, I think you can probably say that this probably has 17,247 million calories in it. But hey, when you're in quarantine and you got a lot of work to do, just go with it. Okay. Now, ready for the wax paper. One of the things I was going to show you too, I know you probably, I don't know if y'all do this or not, but I love this stuff right here. This is from Sam's. Lasts you forever. I mean, like a year. But it's just a, one sheet. Wrap your sandwiches, wrap your vegetables, put it on your microwave plate before you put microwave stuff on it so it won't splatter and get everything all gross. But I lay it out and put my cookies and pies and anything like that I'm cooking. Now, you really do need to stop talking like I'm talking, and you need to start dipping, because these things, if they're gonna harden, they'll go pretty fast. So here we are, and I'm going to show you how I do it. I just get a teaspoon, and when you dip, I dip, and just dip these little boogers out like that. Uh-oh, that one fell on the side, so that means I'll be eating it. And as you see, these are already getting to a consistency that I know they're going to be okay. Now, if you start to dip and you see that your mixture is very dry, in fact, nobody wants one of these chocolate oatmeal cookies that are just really dry. They're just not good. You want this shiny gloss to them. So these, if you could see this up close, they have a shiny gloss to them. If they don't, and they're a dull looking color, then add just about start out with like a tablespoon or two of more milk to it. And that'll get them back to where they're more of a softer and shiny consistency. You'll know you're making these right, seriously, if they've got that shiny gloss to them. And so far, keep your fingers crossed, I got that going on. Okay, this is how you do chocolate oatmeal cookies. I will show you in just a minute after I take them up, after they cooled, the finished product. Okay, hang on, be back in a minute. Okay, we're back, and let's see if these cookies have hardened. So I've got my little plate ready to go. And what I do is I just pick it up under the bottom. Look at there, ta-da! Perfect little chocolate oatmeal cookies. So, key points are, have all of your ingredients ready before you start this one, because you won't have time. Let them really cook at the boil for about 3 minutes. And then once you do that, you move it from your heat, add your other ingredients, and immediately start spooning it out. Your heat on your stove is probably the most, or I guess the most important key point. Because take it from me, I used to do them and my family just laughed at me because they never would harden. So, anyway, look at that. I'm gonna do these for us to have today, and then the rest of these I'll take to a friend, just like I did the pound cake, and make someone else's day a happy day. So, have a great day. Next video coming up is going to be a dedication to someone who's asked me to cook some of my chicken roll-ups, so stay tuned for that. If you like the video, like it, follow me, do whatever you do to make me famous, because that's what I'm here for. I'll put that top on there so I don't smell these, and maybe I'll just eat 12 before I start my day. All right, love y'all. Pray for one another. Be safe. Wear your mask. Talk to you later. Bye.